the top U.S. military brass just spoke in Washington. The Secretary of Defense and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said they, too, were surprised at how quickly Afghanistan fell. Now, amid the mass evacuation, they said there has been no hostile interactions, their words, with the Taliban so far. But they did warn that they are still significant threats in Kabul. Now, meantime, Afghanistan's former President Ashraf Ghani breaking his silence for the first time since fleeing the country. Ashraf Ghani is in the United Arab Emirates. The UAE's foreign ministry confirms Ghani and his family are there on, quote, humanitarian grounds. Elay Ershad joins us now on the phone from Kabul. She's a former member of the Afghan parliament and also a former spokesperson for Ashraf Ghani. And thanks so much for being with us there on the ground in Afghanistan. As you just said, you were obviously quite close at one time. I want to get your take on two things. One is, how surprised were you that he fled the country? And how surprised are you at what we just heard, right? That you have two of the U.S. top military commanders saying that they did not foresee the collapse of the Afghan government and the military in 11 days.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the last part. What's the military commander say?
That they said that they did not foresee the fact that the Afghan military would dissolve the way it did and that the government would collapse in the span of 11 days.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was spokesperson for Mr. Ghani and also member of his political committee in 2014 when he was running for presidential election. And after he created government, so from that time I was against him and I was not happy with a joint government because Mr. Ghani was a technocrat and Mr. Abdullah was a mujahid, and putting two different thoughts together to build a country, it was not acceptable for me. That's why I stopped supporting him. And this was the reason because when two different mentalities come together, they will never ever be able to solve the problem and to do proper recruitment. And also, I was not that surprised because I knew the character of Mr. Ghani, and he was thinking that behind that huge cement walls in the palace, he is safe, and he will keep fighting, and he will let our young commandos and our young soldiers die so that he can sit and be safe in the palace. He has never thought, but I knew because of their wrongdoings, because of their wrong strategies, because of their wrong recruitment, one day something like this will happen. Even let me tell you, I was thinking of something like this in 2019 or 2018. But thanks to our brave military, they kept it for a little bit longer. And it was not acceptable for me because I think as a leader, as a member of parliament, when people trust you and give you votes, so you have to be with your people and with your country in the difficult times. It's not appropriate for leaders, and it's not a sign of a good leader to just lead it and just leave everything behind. For his character, it was kind of acceptable for me because I know what kind of character he has. But for a leader and for a president, it was a huge shame, and it was not acceptable for me and for the majority of Afghans. And to come to the second part of your question, actually, I don't know why NATO countries would say that we were surprised by falling Afghanistan within a few days. I think they should have accepted and known in the beginning, because when in 2000 the NATO troops left Afghanistan, we had 150,000
right.
security people, including.
Elay, I'm going to have to leave it there, but I do